After a decisive 2-1 win on Saturday against Udawalla Youth, Kahawa Pride was back with another big matchup, this time on the road against PAC University. Last time we played PAC, there was drama. A 3-0 lead late in the game led to a new villain in the storyline, Tony Blair, the defender who was red carded for throwing dirt on his own keeper. And this time, there was more drama. A dispute when we arrived at their grounds, a very, very overdue first goal for a star player that many have been waiting for, and a mid-game punch thrown by one of our own stars. Win the match, and we jump to third on the table with promotion hopes still alive. Lose, and the season is all but over. You are now watching Road to the Kenyan Premier League. What's up everyone, my name is Hayes Canup, JerseyBird founder and your host of Road to the Kenyan Premier League. Before we get into it, if you want to support the project, there are three main ways to do so. First up is the KPFC 10 for 10 deal. If your club is in need of new kits and apparel, work with JerseyBird and tell us you came from the show. You will get 10% off your order and 10% donated directly to the club. Next up, we have the Lions Den, the official club Discord, where we host watch-along parties, discuss unreleased news and events with myself and club staff, and interact with players on match day. Go check it out. It really has grown into an awesome community. And lastly, if you just want a simple way to support, visit kahawapridefc.paperform.co to donate to various aspects of the club. Thank you all for the support. Now back to the video. So we covered Saturday's match in our last Wednesday episode, a 2-1 win over Udawalla Youth, our second and final game against them this season. But what we couldn't fit into that video was the fact that the next day we were back with another game, this time on the road against PAC University at the beautiful PAC University grounds.
The boys are very ready. They were prepared long before this. They've been knowing they're playing back-to-back matches, so the boys are ready mentally.
So Sunday, we made the trip to their grounds just behind the Garden City Estate here in Nairobi. PAC is a fancy private university, and the pitch, at first glance, does look really nice. For starters, it's not dirt, but upon closer inspection, there were literal swamp sections in the middle of the pitch. Lines were marked with motor oil, and there were multiple metal bars sticking up out of the ground in and around the field of play. Matthias told us that it was actually the worst playing surface we had been on all season, but again, grass is grass. It's our first game on grass since our FA Cup match against Maranga Seal back in February, and if you've been following us, you know that we're deadly on grass. Let's get into the starting 11 for the match. Coach Kim went with Karani back in net. Our back four consisted of Stephen Chiari, Sidiki Otieno, James Masharia, and George Uma, Marvin Okech and Louis Muniki in the midfield, Felix Kamau and Moses Bwire on the wings, Brian Masharia at center mid, and Kevin Gatoto up top. Austin Ochieng was out with a knee injury for this match, which did shake this lineup up a bit.
Today we want to continue with our run, so I think the players are locked in.
Kickoff came and went, and the match was underway. The first 40 minutes were a grind, pretty much a defensive battle, very tight in the midfield, no real chances coming through on either side, and both keepers were pretty much untested through this first part of the match. Umo went down with an ankle scare around the 38th minute, but luckily he came right back into the action, and it was nothing severe, and play continued.
George Uma, and now Louis Muniki, the captain. Stephen Chiari. And now rolls the ball to Felix Kamau. Yes, it is in! Brian Masharia ensures that goes into the net. It is 1-0 for Kahawa Pride.
1-0, 43rd minute, Felix Kamau's shot was saved by the PAC keeper, but then Brian Masharia goes for the rebound and scores a dirty one. That is 2 Sundays in a row for Brian, 2 goals for him after his first goal of the season against Holy Mary last week. And then PAC's bench got the first card of the day. Yellow card for arguing about the goal, and then right before halftime, Gatoto gets a chance.
Oh, that was a chance by Gatoto. Oh, that should have been 2-0. That should have been 2-0.
Should have been 2-0, but it wasn't, and we go into the half up just 1. Coach Kim did make a change at the break, a double sub at halftime. Cassie Mwinyi on for Moses Bwire and Robert Manura on for Kevin Gatoto.
Etere, Louis Muniki, Felix Kamau, trying to locate Cassie Mwinyi. Into the net! His first goal of the season. Kasim Mwinyi.
2-0, 76th minute, and it's Kasim. Felix Kamau threads it through, and Kasim dinks it over the keeper. This move was pretty creative, a karate kick type goal. I'm dubbing this one a Kasim kick, an official football move. From now on, this move, both feet leaving the ground, karate kick, chip over the keeper, is now a Kasim kick. I'm making that official. And what a first goal for Kasim. First goal of the season. He scored in the preseason, but never scored in an actual league match. So finally, he's back in the squad, and he is clearly making a very big impact. And right after that, PAC's bench got their second yellow card of the match. So things are really heating up at this point. That's 2 bookings for their coaching staff in 1 game, and both of them were for arguments after we scored goals. 3 minutes after Kasim's goal, Felix Kamau comes off for Bradley Maloba, and our traveling fans who came out with us for this away match gave Felix a standing ovation as he walked off. He's been on fire lately, 5 goals on the season, I believe our leading scorer at the moment. But PAC kept pushing and looking for a way back into it, and here's something that nobody has shown yet. James Macharia had been playing the second half with a head bandage after an earlier collision, and the commentator had called him the Bandage Warrior. 83rd minute, James Macharia, straight red. Off the ball incident with PAC's Frederick Mongo. Matthias did confirm afterwards that James did throw a punch. The Bandage Warrior was now taking an early exit. No second chances for a infraction like that, but what came next was crunch time, 11 minutes, and then stoppage time, and now we are down to 10 men, and we are on our back foot. PAC is throwing everything they have at us: corners, free kicks, late chances. Maloba even picks up a yellow with a foul defending late, but Miguel Karani was sharp every single time he was called upon. And finally, the final whistle blows.
After 11 minutes of stoppage time, it's back-to-back wins for Kahawa Pride as they also do a double against a very good PAC University side, and it ends 2-0.
2-0, 6 points in 24 hours, and that wrapped up a very intense match. PAC's bench got booked twice. Their players were arguing every time we scored, and by the time the final whistle blew, it was starting to boil over. PAC players no longer wanted our media team on the pitch. Susan walked in first with the cameras after the final whistle and got rushed at, and once again, Matthias was being accused of paying off the officials. Same accusations we got last time we played PAC. We won 3-0 in the first leg, now 2-0 here. 2 for 2 this season. At this point, it's undeniable. We are just the better squad. So make of the accusations what you want, but that's 5-0 across the 2 games. It's just a good showing for us. Now, let's talk about what this means for the table and promotion hopes. We came into the weekend in 6th place. After Saturday and Sunday, we have now jumped into 3rd. That's 41 points if our 3-point penalty gets removed. Again, it's still under appeal, so we just have to wait and see. But now, if it does get removed, we're 7 points back from 1st place with a goal differential of +9. Embakasi United still topping the league with 45 points, and Westlife are in 2nd with 44. So it's not going to be easy, but promotion is still on the radar. It's still statistically possible, so we are going for it.
Of course, the win. It was expected, but it was a beautiful thing and puts us at the position 3 on the table, giving us a chance to fight for the top.
I can say that they are ready for the second leg according to how we started and how we are going on. So we can say that the boys are really doing good.
Yeah, 3 months ago, we were on a 63-day winless streak, and today we are just within 10 points of 1st place. It is pretty crazy seeing the turnaround. It feels good knowing that the dream is still alive for promotion this season. And now for some updates off the pitch. One of the most undercovered things we've been building at the clubhouse that we haven't made an episode about is the farm, or AKA the backyard.
Walk us around the farm. What is green right now?
Kuna spinach na sukuma. This is the seed bed, and we transplant them, and here is the sukumas. Pia tuko na managu on this end.
Spinach, kale, and managu, a local leafy green, have all been growing right here on the property.
For sukuma, it takes 5 to 6 weeks. Although it depends on the weather. Like right now, the spinach are doing very well.
We planted the seeds, waited 5 to 6 weeks, and then they were ready to harvest, and they go right from the farm just a few feet away into the kitchen and then into meals for our players. Obviously, we can't feed the entire squad with just what we make on the farm, but it does really add to what the chefs are working with.
What's next for the farm? Chickens, more crops, anything bigger?
Chicken. We are planning to start chicken rearing. We have already brought the fundi, and anytime we can start the project.
Next on our schedule is chickens. We do want to add chickens because we already have the coop constructed out back. Now we just need chickens so we can cut back on our egg costs, which will help with the food budget. So things do keep developing back in the backyard. So there you have it, 6 points in 24 hours, jumping up to 3rd on the table. We will be back this weekend with a live stream. The time and day are TBD, but we will be live. And as always, you can catch new episodes of Road to the Kenyan Premier League every Wednesday and Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. If you like the show, drop a like, drop a sub, comment where you are watching from. We truly do appreciate the incredible amount of support from all around the world. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.